Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and we're going inside the war room with the Cleveland Browns. We're going to take a look at their team needs and see what players could be possible targets to fill those needs. But first, let's take a look at the upcoming selections they have in this year's draft.
The Browns have a new head coach in Rob Chudzinski coming over from the Carolina Panthers. And when you look at this draft, they have 6 selections this season, and they do have some needs, mostly on defense, in my opinion. When you look at the secondary, they need a cornerback opposite of Joe Hayden, and I think they also need some help in the safety position outside of TJ Ward. You look at the linebacker, they're going to a 3-4 defense. You have to stockpile edge rushers. They also need a kicker. So let's look at the first round, pick number 6. The way my 7th round mock draft falls, it gives them Kenny Vaccaro out of Texas. This would be an ideal selection for the Cleveland Browns. You look at Vaccaro, you look at TJ Ward, no one will want to go across the middle. Plus, you have a ball hawking safety in Vaccaro, so now you can eliminate mistakes, which allows you to be more aggressive in your front 7. Despite not having a second round selection due to the supplemental draft, the Browns get lucky in round 3 in my mock draft with Darius Slay out of Mississippi State. Jonathan Banks got all the headlines. Slay is also a very good corner, and that would be ideal opposite of Joe Hayden. In the 4th round, I have the Browns addressing the linebacker position with Chase Thomas. I'm a big fan of his. A lot of people don't understand where he's going to fit. They don't see him as a 4-3 linebacker or a 4-3 defensive end or a 3-4 outside linebacker. What you call no fit, I call versatile, and I like what he brings to the table. When you have a 3-4 defense, you have to continue to stockpile edge rushers, and Chase Thomas is a guy that can not only get after the quarterback, but also can drop back in coverage. In round 5, I have the Browns getting Kyle Juszczyk out of Harvard. I went up to Boston, and I was covering Jeff Matthews, who's going to be an outstanding quarterback for Cornell next season, and Kyle Juszczyk stole the show, and this guy is an outstanding player. It gives the Browns a swing tight end, a second tight end, H-back type of guy to team him up with Jordan Cameron. Now they have 2 tight ends that can cause a lot of damage to opposing defenses. The Browns have 2 selections in round 6, and I think this is a spot where they can address the depth of the running back position. They need more pop out of the backfield as far as explosive plays are concerned, and I think Joseph Randle may not be this far down in the draft, but in my mock, he falls to round 6. Ideal complement to Trent Richardson. And you also look at the kicker position. Why not get one of the best kickers in the country in Caleb Sturgis out of Florida? You lose Phil Dawson to San Francisco in free agency. So this is a need pick, and this is about the time where you start to see kickers and punters come off the board. Now let's take a look at the recap of the Browns 7-round mock draft. You look at Kenny Vaccaro out of Texas, him and Darius Slay. I think that would be 2 ideal fits for the secondary and solve their issues back there. And I'm a big fan of Chase Thomas. I talked about that before. Kyle Juszczyk gives them some versatility in their offensive attack, and we know Rob Chudzinski will find a way to utilize his skill sets effectively. Joseph Randle provides solid backup and explosiveness to Trent Richardson, and they need a kicker. Why not get the best one on the board in Caleb Sturgis? And I also want to give a huge shout out to Browns fan forums for always showing football game plan support.